Hello, is anybody out there? Welcome to
Looks like we're live.
I think we're live.
Yes, we are live. We are indeed. I can see this on second screen here. We are live, so you can switch the screen to me.
Welcome to the channel, guys. It's always great to have you. Here we are on a Sunday, and I like Sundays because I get to kick back a little bit, and we just get to see some chart magic from our chart magician Harry. And let me just make sure I got his chart pulled up. Here we go. What's up?
There we go.
What's up, Harry? How you doing?
Better. I am good. How are we all? Let's all right, we're already getting chills. Like, it looks like everyone's excited for today.
No, I am. I mean, we're breaking all-time highs, right? I mean,
yeah, it doesn't get better. I mean,
everything's good.
Yeah, But of course, before we get these shields, yes, we will get to your alts. Don't worry about that. But in the meantime, I do have to talk about the king, Mr. Bitcoin, right? We have to see what he or she is up to them. Well, yesterday we had a weekend pump, right? And first thing is that we can go on the weekly Bollinger Bands, because that should be closing today. And if we do close above the topside Bollinger Band, which is coming in at 56,000, I mean 60,000, sorry, 60,600. So exactly where we are, then next week it looks like we're going to be continuing up and onwards. And I've been saying that on the monthly that we normally come down and test the bottom side Bollinger Band, but guess what happened? Bitcoin is so bullish, it pulled it up.
Look at that chart, it's ridiculous.
I know. Bitcoin is so bullish, it pulled the bottom side Bollinger Band up. Oh, so it's crazy, guys. It's absolutely crazy. But let's go see what happened on the lower time frames yesterday, and we'll take it from there. Can get rid of these, and let's get back our drawings. And yesterday, what we basically had was we broke out of the range. So yesterday, about here, I called that I was looking for us to come and touch the top side of the range. We can see we closed above our range. We had clean candles going up. High chance we were going to test yesterday the top side of the range. But being honest, I was expecting a rejection, coming into the weekend, play a little bit sideways, and then this week we really kick it off, right?
That's what I was expecting. I was like, I'm just going to take it easy. And then it just ends up busting through the roof.
I know. No one, I don't think anyone except in this video can predict, a $2,000 candle. But,
$2,000 hourly candle. That is
exactly.
Nuts.
So I drew this a long time ago, and you guys can watch back on the videos that I do daily TA, and you can see I drew the support. This is all-time high, by the way, guys. This is not drawn. This is me drawn from my prediction, and you can see. And I might say myself, I'm pretty impressed and proud. Guess where the price came back and retested? I mean, it doesn't get tighter than that. I mean, that's like a dollar off, man. That's $1 off, and I took this from my modified Fibonacci.
Wow.
And where did I take it from? I think I did take it from either the 4-hour. It must have been, I always forget what points, but maybe I took it from here to here or somewhere. From this, that's where it's from. It's from this low to that high, and it gave me that point. And look where price came and retested exactly as predicted, right? It came and retested that area, then gave you a break and retest of that, and then boom, continued up. Now we're getting rejected up here on a 4-hour. It's clear to see nice big rejection. And what we do have to keep in mind is that we have a CME gap now formed, right? Because we had this move.
This was over the weekend, very risky business.
Exactly. So we had this over the weekend. CME is still sleeping here at 57,000, while Bitcoin yesterday was at 61,000. So, we will have a gap, and I do think that this will not be a professional gap. It will be a gap that does get filled. You can see the gap here got filled on a wick.
That one got filled.
Yeah, so I do think we do come down probably, and it's definitely something to keep in mind. I would like to see how the gap gets filled, but the gap is just down here at 57,000. So with 1,000, I think it's around 58,000. So guess what? if we were to come down here, it's only a retest of these two highs here, so it will look pretty good, right? And depending on the market sentiment, we'll look at it. So be sure to, watch my videos, and we'll see if we do have any opportunity to take a trade at these areas. Not financial advice, of course, but we could have an opportunity to take a trade. So what am I looking for? Well, momentum's down on the 4-hour. Daily momentum is still crossing down, guys, right? Keep that in mind. Daily momentum is down. 1-hour momentum will be down. You can see that's getting down there. Any trend lines we do have a trend line coming here. You can see that pretty clearly. So one more tick and it's going to reach that trend line. So we could see some upside movement, a bit of ranging, but at this point with such a pump, we need some more price action, guys. Remember, we're at all-time highs. There's no one can expect. We can only use Fibonacci's and stuff like this, right? So we need some price action to develop before we can look for any other price movements, right? We need to look for support to be formed, for resistance to be formed, and based on that information, if you look at a 4-hour, we have no support formed. Our last support is down here. And then our resistance is here. We need essentially a range to be formed. And until that happens, I'm looking for a bit of sideways and for that to happen, and then I can give us. But obviously, if you don't know it already, we are bullish, right? Yeah. And I'm not. It is definitely bullish.
Yeah, it's always exciting to see these gigantic candles come through, but then that obviously makes things slightly more unstable. You have to look into the future, I think, a little bit and see that there's going to be a retest sooner or later. I know when I got into this game, I'm like, oh, a giant green candle, let's go. It's going to keep doing that. But that's not generally how this works. Like, there's got to be a retest at some point. So, yeah, be careful out there, guys, especially after a gigantic pump like this on the weekend. There's going to be some shenanigans, I'm guessing, on Monday.
Yep. And to continue, we'll have a look at Ethereum. And looking at Ethereum, guys, my lines, they're not lying these days, right? They're not lying. I mean, look where this wicked up to. I haven't changed anything. I promise. Perfect. I promise. You guys watch my video. Go watch the last video I posted and see on Ethereum where that line was. I promise you guys, I don't change it, right? I mean, it played, almost perfectly, and it came up, hit this, and then came back down to this support here and got a bounce off that. But that was, wow. But Ethereum is not looking as good, right, guys? Yeah. I mean, we're getting rejected. I mean, I want to see Ethereum get above minimum this pivot here. And then I'm bullish, but Ethereum is still lagging behind. It's taking a bit of its time, it's chilling. It's not doing really that much. It's not
a hard time. I mean,
it really is.
I try to figure out like what the deal is with this. I mean, maybe it's just because people don't like Vitalik, but it's also it's such a different asset than Bitcoin. It is actually being used on the regular, and even though gas prices are insanity these days, people still want to get their low cap gems. They're interested in that, and they're willing to pay $100, and that means they're selling their Ethereum. Every time you buy a low cap gem, you are selling your Ethereum, which I would think would drive down the price. Would I be correct in that, Harry?
Yeah, of course you are. I mean, at the end of the day, it is quite bullish that we're finally above this support here. It's nice to see. I mean, we were held down by it quite, heavily here. Price really struggled to get above, Now we're above, coming and testing it, possibly as support. So if we can get a 4-hour closure, a bullish closure, something like this, then that looks good for price to at least test this and fill this range here. And probably if Bitcoin is going up, we can see Ethereum start to continue up as well. But, with that being said, let's get on to these alts. We've had the first shill, which is SHIB.
Sorry,
I think
Harry, I was just really curious, just because I don't know. I'm on the stream. These other people talking aren't on the stream. I'm curious since the CME got started for Ethereum, there doesn't seem to be the same superstition and worry around gaps in the CMEs for Ethereum. Is that just because it's so new, or
there's not much liquidity.
Yeah, not many people going for it quite yet.
Yeah, I mean, we could. There's not enough price data, to be honest. This is a 4-hour chart. It's you go on a weekly, and that's how it looks, right? So,
okay.
I mean, enough. I would like to see this be developed a little bit more before I make any other type of calls, but I'm not the most experienced with CMEs and how they react with the spot price in
Right.
terms of crypto assets.
But just looking
But
at that, there's no gap so far. So
yeah,
maybe that is a thing. Who knows? I'm
yeah,
curious. I'm
there is
curious
on a
about that in the future, how that was going to affect the price. But
yeah, me too. I
anyway, who
mean,
cares about the high caps? Let's
get
let's
into the degen stuff.
let's get the DJ
Guys,
stuff.
if you're watching today, be sure to smash that like and also share this video with people. We're giving away free TA on whatever holds you want, right? And it was possibly trade opportunities, definitely a lot of opportunities in these markets. And TA is one of the things to back these. So, you can ask for free and possibly give you ideas for you to make your own decisions and take these trades. So definitely trade this, share this video so that people can have the opportunities to ask questions, ask about trading, ask about anything. Today is your days to ask about TA. Maybe you're looking at a Bitcoin trade. No problem. Send in charts. No problem. We can have a look at them. It's all good.
Oh, we are just offering all of this help and support. I mean, we're doing it because we love it, but like, yeah, tell your friends. I honestly don't. I can't think of a channel that's working in this fashion as a team where there's a bunch of different skill sets that you can all tap into, and you can literally come to the Discord or the Telegram at any time, and one of us will probably be there to directly help you. And it won't be like that forever, I'm assuming, because we just passed 1,000 subscribers. I mean,
Yeah.
we are also going to the moon. Yeah, what's up with the dog stocks? It seems like they're coming back.
They're coming back for the kill, eh? I mean,
Fib.
volume increasing on a 15-minute. Let's go to a relevant time frame. Well, shit.
Yeah, this had an insanity pump a couple weeks ago, and then I thought everybody just forgot about it. But I guess with the stimmy checks coming in, it seems like almost everything that pumped a little while ago is pumping again.
Well, I definitely think it's going to hit this wick, guys. And I think, it's going to pump to that. What happens after? Well, maybe something, I don't know, maybe something like that.
Probably. Yeah, but that's only
So
18%. How much did it gain from that like zero read to the top of
from
that
the
wick?
zero read or from the base where it just took off?
Yeah, like either or. What's the
All right, we'll see from the
yeah.
zero read, let's say when it bottomed out to where it is now, we're at a number
What?
that is not even coming. What? I wish I was in this, man. I mean,
That's
this is
what I mean. This
Are
one
you?
went
Is that
insanity
mental,
the other
man?
day. Yeah, no, I think. Um,
That's mental.
I'm
It
trying to
doesn't even
remember.
go.
I'm trying to remember if this was the one on Dex Tools that literally said infinity percent gains for the day. It was not the Telegram group. It was literal infinity gains.
Maybe we have to do it minus it so much. Well, from minus to the base, yeah, it's just a problem
Yeah,
with Dex tools.
no, it
It's
got
only
absolutely wrecked.
100% apparently.
Yeah,
That's
but
only
going the other
100%.
direction, it would be a lot more. I think
Yeah,
that's
it would. Yeah, that's the thing.
yeah. No, if you
So
stayed in SHIB, then you got wrecked 94%. But upwards, it won't even read the number.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was one you wanted to be in. Damn, I thought that
All
one
right,
was
sweet. We
dead.
got Spark Point. Spark Point should. I remember this. Is it? Have they finally put it on Binance or not? SRK. Nope, they haven't. But TradingView actually these days has been pretty legit,
Yeah.
and you can normally find,
Well, they're
here. Look, see, you can find right there.
nice. Yeah, they're adding all the
I think,
Uniswap tokens. I talked about this on
yeah,
the
it's
stream the other day.
amazing.
It's really, really helpful to have your indicators on these Uniswap tokens and not have to
It
like
is.
set them up every time on Dex Tools.
I'm wondering what will have more volume. I think Uniswap, of course.
Yeah, people don't seem to
I
like
mean, let's check
KuCoin.
KuCoin. KuCoin looks a lot better. It does look
Yeah, it
like it
depends
has
on the
more
asset.
liquidity.
Depends on the asset. Well,
All right, so retracement from 0.017. So I'll mark that in, and we'll see what Lena is talking about. So 0.017 to 0.018. So let's just mark that in. Where 0.017 would be around, yeah, around somewhere around here. A retracement to there. Well, let's look at price at the moment. So this is where your retracement area would be. Somewhere around here. I would probably move it up to somewhere relevant on the chart. Maybe you're going off a 4-hour, which now is making more sense around there. And a retracement, well, we did close above all-time high. We're having that. So now, Stokes is turning down. So let me start looking. Daily Stokes not even populated. So I mean, what is going on with this? We have a competing trend line taking that low. Yeah, it looks like it does want some downside. What else can let me have a look on lower time frames. To be honest, it's accumulating at a higher level, and essentially what you could have something like that, with your rising structure. So if you put your rising structure that is being held like this, technically, do I think it comes as low as your point? Not really, no. I think it will take a long time before, unless, bad news comes, yeah, it will dump. But, I think it will accumulate in between here. But if we do break above this, yeah, we should see some upwards continuation. But I don't think it will crash all the way down to here. I think definitely you get, I'm pretty sure, and you will get a good bounce from here. I'm very sure you'll get a good bounce. You'll have something like that. And if that bounce does get sold into, yeah, your next target is exactly where you've been talking about. So yeah.
Spark Point. I'm not familiar with that particular asset. I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah, me too. I'm not really too sure what they're up to, but I've heard about it before.
Spark Point.
What else have we got? Morning. Chill your olds, guys. Chill your olds. Just for whoever's watching, I mean, we can go and look at what happened to Cardano here. We can see clearly broke out of the level here, closed below, came back up, retested. I think this was, on a 4 hour.
I was watching his live stream replay the other. I don't know if you've ever seen it, Harry. He just gets on the mic and it's just gets all philosophical about the nature of cryptocurrency, and he's like, on these days, in these red days, and I was like, oh, I guess something's happening with Cardano. It's breaking down. It's going to zero, and he was trying to explain it's all about the technology, man. We're gonna save the world with this stuff. But it does what's going on is technically, how long do you think we're gonna stay not going to the moon for Cardano?
Well, if we reject at this level here and close the daily like this, it's not looking good. If we do close the daily above this area, it looks good. I mean, it looks like we're gonna accumulate and go sideways for a little while, but definitely not looking good if we reject where we are.
I mean, it is up 600-700% on the year or whatever. So
yeah, I know. So
people can chill.
Yeah, and for everyone, guys, I've been posting, a video about Union Sushi, and I've been shilling you trading opportunities that we are working on getting a good deal for these trading opportunities. So be tuned for that. But look at this, guys. 2 trading opportunities. We call this on a daily time frame. We call this pump here. And if you were diamond-handed, and just held this 5x leverage, you'd be swimming. Guys, 10x leverage from here. I said as soon as this breaks, 10x leverage times 20. Do the math. That is 200%. You're making 200% in a day on one trade that is technical analysis based, not based on your ape degen score, right? So
yeah, careful with leverage, guys, but it's almost as risky as doing the low caps that are gonna rug on you. So
unless you listen to me,
unless you're actually doing it with reason, it's utter gambling. But it seems like if you do actually have some rules for yourself and don't just throw money at whatever green candle, you can make insanity money in this market.
Yeah. Sushi, right? Rejected exactly at the top of my range. And we talked about this in yesterday's video. Go check that out. I gave you price predictions. And yesterday, Sushi was sitting somewhere around here. Minus this. We didn't see this. It wicked up here, and I said, this is my target. We should see a rejection here. What happens today? We saw the rejection. We close above this rejection. Guess where we're going? My next target.
Back up.
It's
so funny. Whenever anything like this happens, people start talking about the fundamentals. It's like this classic misdirect every time. Oh, Sushi's got all this news coming out, and they're gonna do this and they're gonna do that, but also it just lines up exactly with the chart and what happened there. So I feel like the chart is a little more reliable.
Wonder where I took this fib from. I think I took it from the most recent to the recent high. Yep, that's where the fib was taken from. From this to the second to that high, and you can see where the 0.27 where we reject, and that lines up with the next target. So that's where I'm getting my targets from. So you can, if you don't blame me, blame the fib. Anyways, we got from Sean. Shout out to Sean. We've got some TVK. I think now that should be on TradingView.
Oh, TVK. I'm so sad. I mean, I'm happy for people still in this trade, but I got to admit I sold like a total moron, even though this is probably one of the strongest NFT plays in the market.
Yeah.
Because of the IP that they've secured. But it was just chilling for too long. I got bored, and that's I think a huge problem when you're trading, right, Harry? Just to have patience with assets.
That's why I don't like to hold long positions, and that's why you might have heard from other people I trade forex, because trading forex, my trade takes 15 minutes to max an hour, and then I'm out. So with crypto, and you have to have those diamond hands, especially if you're trading with leverage and you see your account balance go in negative. The whole time it's red. Time goes very slow, and your heart minus 500. You wake up the next morning plus 2,000. Yes, okay, I'm holding this. This is going great. You wake up the next day minus 200. Yesterday I was plus 2,000. This is the story of crypto, but. If you do end up holding, then of course, it gets up into your balance. But that's of course, on a educated analysis and fundamental.
Right, of course. Because if you could scroll out, you can see how long this thing was just chilling. Actually, not very long. What am I saying? I should have had more patience. What's wrong with me?
But yeah, I mean, what is this looking like? Well, it's pretty simple. You can see here we have a nice support that price is bouncing off. If we were to break this support here, then it's not looking that good. People can call this a head and shoulders, whatever the hell they want to call that. But to be honest, all it is a range, right? This is price ranging. If it breaks the range, we can see price come down probably to here. After it comes down to this area, what happens next? Well, I think we get a small bounce based on fundamentals. On a 4-hour, it's irrelevant. We're still holding a beautiful higher low structure, right? So we remove that and go to a 4-hour, right? And on a 4-hour, we do still have that range. So if we do break it on a 4-hour, not a death sentence, but this block here is the last chance for it to bounce somewhere in between there. If it doesn't, then we can look for deeper and deeper corrections. But yeah, that's what I think about TVK.
I mean, with these shorter term assets, does it help to look into the past a little bit? Because this thing is ranged and then broken out to the upside every single time so far. Is that a risky thing to be looking at?
No, that's what most prices do. I mean, most assets already do. It's pretty simple. It's what I was telling you about. It's a range, right? Price closes above the range, it goes up, right? And as long as it's in the range, you can trade within the range, but that's how it works. So obviously, if it does something like this, right, then you can, it's the same thing, right? If price breaks the bottom side of the range, it's going to come down, right?
Yeah.
But on this, we're breaking the top side of the range. And when it breaks the top side of the range, it's continuing up. So that's, that's why I drew this support line. And this is essentially a range on the 1-hour. And if we do break that range, then, next area of interest is going to be around here. But looking at Stokes, they are crossing up on the 1-hour, which is nice to see. 4-hour Stokes is down. Daily Stokes will, that's your Stoke there. Yes, you can see it. I mean, this price, can you see that trend line, guys?
Yeah.
There's beautiful. Your trend line.
So beautiful.
That's your TA.
Yeah, somewhere within that range, it could.
Yeah. But no, I mean, yeah, I want to see 4-hour Stokes start picking up, right? Yeah. But there seems to be some sort of trend line forming, to be honest. On a, you can see that.
Oh, it's going.
That's pretty aggressive.
Well, and just fundamentally, I am extremely bullish on this project, just because it's paramount and freaking everybody is jumping on Terra Virtua.
Yeah,
And it's
exactly.
NFT season, so what are you
Yeah,
trying to do to trade against Terra Virtua? I would not personally, but this is not
exactly. So
financial
I think
advice.
we
So
see something like this, right? And then as soon as it gets hot again,
yeah, yeah.
that's what we
This
see.
is more or less your chance to possibly get in under $1. It might be your last
Yeah. So I
chance.
think,
Yeah.
and easy place to manage risk and stuff. So yeah, let me know. All right, we'll speak now. We'll speak now on Orion. Don't worry, Orion is coming right up now. We did look at this actually. I made a video on it. Is it still in my list? No, we'll go pull it up.
People
I
seem
made
to
a nice
be.
video on it,
I mean,
and
it's a nice coin, but people seem to be like really passionate and tripping out about this thing all the time.
there's my TA still from the video. And yeah, what I was saying is that if we can continue above this support here, then it looks good, right, to continue up. But unfortunately, we have broke down it down below it, and it reached the first target, and now it came back up and gave you essentially a fake out. And breaking back below, how did we know that this was a fake out? Well, it broke the support in the initial place, right? I said
Right.
it shouldn't break the support if it wants to continue up. And now we can see this coming down. So I look for this either to make a range between this area here, or we come down all the way back
All the
down to
way.
this area
Yeah.
here. Yeah, that's the only choice it has. We are still holding some sort of upwards trend here, right? And for those pattern traders can look at it something like that, right? But all that is it's bouncing between the range, right? And eventually, if it bounces enough, it's going to break down and break the bottom side of the range, or it's going to bounce up and break the top side. That's all it is. But if it helps you to look at patterns, then we can put patterns up, right? But you can see it's even starting to break down now, right?
Just
And
in
we
this
can,
moment.
yeah, but I mean, obviously now we've created a small range here. Oops, let me draw that again. So we've created a small range here, and you can see, if we do end up breaking, that range, then obviously it's not going to be good, right? And
No.
we can see some downside movement, maybe, back down to here, possibly to these wicks, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I guess I'm still trying to figure out my own TA strategy. I think the trouble with drawing shapes is that that's just extremely subjective, right? Man, I mean,
Yeah,
anybody can draw their own different triangle, but as far as actual up and down literal numbers of price, that is not subjective, and that's becomes sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy. Oh, it went above this price. Now I want to buy it. Now I want to sell it, or vice
I'll show you
versa.
this. This will blow your mind. Look, upwards trend here, downwards trend here, right? These are all your trend lines, by the way, guys, right? And then on top of that, we have a support down here like this. We have another support here, right? So what do you want to trade? Are
I'm
you going to trade?
confused.
Yeah, exactly. But what are you going to trade, right? Delete all of this rubbish. Simple. We have a range here. Price broke out of the range. We got that downside movement to the bottom side of the next range, right? We filled this range here. Look where price came to the bottom side of the next range. We got a bounce from that. That bounce got sold into. Probably stocks were turning down, and volume was low. And now we're breaking down. Here's your next range. If we break below that, we can see lower. Anyways, must be confusing some people here. But anyway, I'll do the work for you. I'll do the work. Leave it to
No,
me.
I think it's important to have a clear head, a clear sort of strategy, because it's so easy to trick yourself into thinking what you want to think. Like, no, it's going up. I found an indicator that tells me it's going up, so I'm going to just stay in this trade that I already lost 90% on.
Well, here's SXP and double top. We're going to zero.
Ooh, yeah.
No, double top is just a range again, guys. It got rejected at the top side of the range. Daily.
It's such a good thing to make
Oh,
YouTube
it's a,
videos on, though. Oh my
yeah.
God,
I
it's
mean,
going to zero.
double top on the daily. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't look the picture of health and fitness. Weekly stocks down, daily stocks down, 4 hour stocks down. Oh my God, look where the 4 hour stocks. I mean, I should look for a bounce soon. Yeah, I do look for a bounce soon, but it's not looking. It probably bounces. Yeah, right around here, to be honest. But no, it's not looking like the health of picture of health and fitness. Bless you, or cough or whatever that
Yeah,
was.
no, I'm going through some things here. I am. Yeah, I guess what I can do here, because I don't know, I'm like a fiend for research. I feel like I've looked at literally thousands of coins, and I was really pumped on SPX.
Yeah, they have
Um,
very good fundamentals, and that's what's gonna keep them going.
I was, yeah, I mean, I was extremely pumped on them for a while, but I mean, the credit card play is very difficult, I think, because you need all of this like cross-border regulation that you need to clear up. I'm talking about the right one. This is a Swipe or Stripe, or what are they called?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
should be
right.
it.
They're the credit card
I
play.
think
Yeah,
so.
yeah, and it's just. I think it's really hard to get regulation in all those countries, and then to get partnerships with banks. And honestly, like I feel like once crypto really becomes a thing, then Mastercard is just gonna make their own thing, and bank accounts will
Yeah,
start to offer crypto in certain ways, and right, the heavy players that are already deep in the game like Visa and Mastercard are gonna want, they're not gonna want to give their market share away to Swipe. But I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it might just stay in this prepaid card zone for a long time, which is not really that useful for people, and you end up paying insane fees transferring your Bitcoin onto that prepaid card. And personally, I just don't find that useful. Plus, I'm hodling my Bitcoin, so
yeah.
I don't know who else is gonna spend it on pizza right now.
I definitely think that, it's not ready, right? We're a bit too early before we get all of these. I think you're definitely right. PayPal and banks, the Visa, they'll come out with their own cards, in a nick of time, and most people are going to use them because they're more trusted, right? But we have a request from Dojira.
Godzilla. Very.
Dojira.
I'm so excited for the Dojira team. That they were finally able to get some traction, because it's a decent idea.
Yeah,
It's got great meme potential, and like we saw at the beginning of the stream was Shibira.
yeah, ship.
Yeah, dog stocks are back in fashion, I think, because Elon is hyping them again, and I don't know, everything is just pumping like crazy. So what is that saying? 1800%.
Crazy.
Congrats, guys.
What do I look from here? Well, we're holding a
Yeah, give us some TA, bro.
well, we're
Oh
using
man.
patterns, we're breaking
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, there you go.
But we're still in a range, guys, right? I mean, it's a hype project, guys. There's not much TA, right? It's looking good, higher low structure, just, accumulating after a big pump. But, if this is going to gain its hype, it's going to gain its height. If not, it's going to come down slowly, and just have some pumps here and there. But that's what I think about it. We have some requests now of ACXT. I've never heard of that. Have you heard of that?
What? ACXT?
BitterX. Jesus. This doesn't look. Oh my God.
No, I am honestly not familiar with that one. I thought I knew every coin in the world, but
Oh my God.
ACXT.
I don't like looking at this.
Oh,
Maybe I have to.
yeah, that's I need some eye bleach after that. Yeah, sorry, we gotta. We're an equal coin opportunity lender, or whatever you want to call it, but ACXT, that is literally nowhere on my radar. I'm gonna have to look that up.
It must be this. It's an exchange. I mean, it's, do I, really? I have to do TA on this? It looks like, I don't know, some sort of 1960s game where you see the Batman skyline in the background, and this is how it's drawn, you know?
Yeah, but no, I mean, but I've spent a bunch of time looking at charts like this. Maybe it is a decent. I mean, I know it's not your area, but a lot of these low cap things, even I mean, we've been looking at
It's
like
looking good,
hype
yeah,
projects, but it's like, yeah, what to do when there's been literal like half of days or multiple hours where nobody's been trading the asset.
Trade it fundamentally, guys. Stop. Don't look at the technicals. Leave the chart. Just pretend there was never a chart, and you believe in the project, because at that point, the only point of investing in the project is if you believe in it, right? You would never trade. I would never trade an asset like this based on technical analysis. I would only put money in it if I thought, hey, look, this has some potential in the future, right? So definitely, I don't know much about this coin. I haven't done research on it, but if you think that this coin is actually decent and it has very good fundamentals, you see a placement and you see their marketing is good, tokenomics are good, distribution of coins, etc., etc., then yeah, I mean it's a good project, right? Leave the chart and just hold on to the projects, because with these type of coins that have good fundamentals, what we typically see is we see something like this: fundamentals, small pump and then a little bit of a pump, and we ground out while it gets quiet. Marketing starts to get good. Marketing starts a product launch, and
Hmm.
how are you supposed to trade that? But if you're in here knowing that the team is good, the tokenomics are good, the fundamentals are good, then this all doesn't matter, right? You're up here now, right? And that's how I think it should be thought of.
Yeah, I'm just gonna steal the screen for 1 second because I,
Go
I
ahead.
don't like not knowing about stuff. So this is ACDX defining markets of the future, the world's first crypto exchange offering structured products up to 200x leverage. And again, just because I'm showing this on screen doesn't mean I think this is awesome. I'm just kind of curious what's going on here. What I did find is interesting. They got this slider thing. Everybody's getting really hyped about Casper. Casper is launching in a little bit and is going to be, I believe, a Polkadot project with extreme power. And so that is interesting to see a partnership there. But it does also just look a little memey, right? I guess you could choose these structured products and you get Ren Moon or Ren Dive or Badger Moon or Rook Dive, and you can choose some of these things. And I don't know. I feel like trading on 200x leverage is very risky. So
It's definitely not a good idea.
who knows, guys? I feel like this is playing into the degen mindset a little bit, and especially if they don't have the liquidity and like wide, what do they call that? Like. Like a not a tight market, then 200x leverage could absolutely destroy you. So yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about that
Yeah.
asset, but now you know what ACDX is. Okay. Anyways, moving on, man.
Sweet. So I think that yeah, we'll wrap I'll wrap my part off. I'm not. Are you? I think you're done as well, Marsh. You just
Oh yeah, I feel like it's Sunday. I mean, there's
yeah,
obviously tons of news always going on at all times, but you can also check
yeah,
out the
for
news
sure.
yourself, and it's always great to just have your mind on this, Harry, because myself, I get tricked. I get tricked by the charts. I'm like, this seems like a good trade, and then it just totally dumps on me, and so it's always good to have. I feel like you just have a really clear mindset about how to look at these charts, and you don't easily just get tricked by the fundamentals or by some wicks and other weird stuff happening. So yeah, I
Yeah,
appreciate
for
it.
sure. So we had Lena. So quick Lena, looking good. It's holding this area here. Nice bounce, high-low structure. If we do break this structure here, it's not looking too good. Daily is looking good. Close bullish at support. Momentum is still down. I would like to see that actually start to turn up. But if weekly is still, not populated, but that's fine. 4 hours should be probably up by now. Yeah, it's just about to cross up. If that does actually cross up, should see this start to pop up, but not a bad chart. Then we had, Veracity, and that was a project that I used to look at. And how's it looking? His project looks great, man. Looking like it's holding strong, keeps going up. Daily Stokes, up there. Weekly Stokes, not really. It did have a massive pump, so we're probably going to see a cool down pretty soon. But it's accumulating at a higher level, and essentially what this is it is a descending triangle, and it's just all it is a support. If that support breaks to the downside, we could come down to 0.009. But we do have some sort of structure coming in like that, right? So if we do break to the upside, we could see some movement, but I won't trust it until we broke above here. Now, also someone was talking about ADA and was asking me if I do think that and here's that bounce, right, that we were talking about, that we want the daily, if it wants to continue up, to flip and close above here. So they were saying if 0.9, if it will base out there. Yeah, I do think, it probably bases out a bit higher than 0.9. On a 4 hour, I do think we see some sort of basing action in between this block between here and here, right? So, somewhere around here, 0.94, a bit higher, but yeah, somewhere around here, I do think if we are breaking below that, it gets a little bit worrying. But it's ideal to go to a weekly. I mean, technically on a weekly, I mean, let's not use a weekly, but technically on a
Yeah.
weekly, we're still okay, and if we're still closing above 0.95. So if we start closing below 0.95, then we can start looking for issues. But yeah, with that being said, I think that'll be us for today. I think we covered everyone's inquiries. Thank you for hopping along. Please, if you're not subscribed, consider it. And thank Marsh for joining today. Very kind of him to come on a Sunday, chill with me, look at some alts, and have some questions here and there. It was a pleasure as always, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Good times, guys. I do have to. I gotta pull up my window now to close this stream, so you gotta give me a second. But it's always great to have everybody. Our regulars. We're getting a couple regulars here, and we really appreciate your time and energy. And yeah, go and tell your friends, because live streams. I think the good point of live streams is, yeah, you can come in here and directly ask everybody what's going on. But it's also for you guys in the chat to just hang out and have a good time. So it looks like, yeah, we're all rolling through the chat at this point, and just reach out to us. Basically, we are on call since we're all over the world. We're on call. Somebody's awake at all times. So just reach
Yeah,
out to us if you have a question. If you need some help. If your MetaMask is broken, like we legit just want to help people get better at this game and feel more comfortable, because then they will tell more of their friends and pump all of our bags. So go, yeah.
for sure, for
Let us
sure.
know what's up. So with that, I guess I'm gonna hit this end stream button, and we will see you tomorrow, if not sooner. So take it easy, guys. Take it easy,
Take care,
Harry.
guys.
Really
Bye
appreciate it,
bye.
Harry.
See you.